Hello everybody, this is your good guy Prince Onyx here, and of course, as you all know, what you've been waiting for, hello, the none other than Empire Review, Episode 7, Season 1, titled Our Dancing Days. Let's go ahead and get into it. For those of you that are new to my channel, if you know me, for Empire, these are long reviews, so if you want to, go ahead, grab your snacks, drink some water, some lemonade, get your popcorn ready. Let's go ahead, sit back, and let's relive the magic of last night's episode. So we dive right in, and pretty much the investors are, my bad you guys, the investors are setting up the showcase, and pretty much Lucious he wants everything to be top notch because this is the investor showcase where the millionaires, billionaires, the rich white people, black people, whatever, people who are rich no matter their color, they got money, and if they are willing to invest in Empire, it can help them with this IPO. It can help them go public on the New York Stock Exchange market. So they need, as many donors, as many, sponsors as they can get. Pretty much, like Tia Marie, they are looking for a sponsor. Anyway, that's a great song, by the way. Anyway, Lucious is walking with Vernon and Cookie, and Vernon is giving him the rundown on what him and his people in the streets have found out about Olivia. Now, pretty much Vernon says that she's ever since her and Jamal broke up, which is like I guess it would be back in '09 because she's been in St. Louis working as a hairdresser, since '09. She was living with some guy who put his hands on her. She got a restraining order on that guy, and pretty much I think that okay, I was kind of doing like the math. If she's been in St. Louis since '09, that must mean that her and Jamal probably broke up around '08 or '09 because apparently Jamal and her were married. And, Lucious was the one who put that marriage together, even though he knew it was a sham. And, what kind of was rattling in my head was, I was wondering, okay, what if the guy who she was with, who was putting his hands on her, what if that's really Jamal? What if that's really Lola's father? Because throughout this entire episode, nobody was really saying, oh, we should get a DNA test. Everybody was just like, oh, well, yeah, Jamal, that might be your child. Like, that just, the logic behind that is like nobody was saying, okay, let's get a DNA test. No, it was just like, well, let's just accept it for what it is, which I found kind of strange, but I guess they'll probably get to that a little later. Anyway, Lucious and the rest of the crew, Cookie and Vernon, they all go to the office. He is met by Anika and Andre and Becky, and they're all telling him different things, but we can see that something clearly is wrong with Lucious. Now, once Andre tells him about this dinner with one of the investors named Terry the investor named Terry, the older gentleman that Rhonda is having dinner with, that we see later down the line, he leaves the office, and then Cookie pretty much tells him that Andre and Jamal are still Jamal and Hakeem are still beefing. They still don't like each other, and that she pretty much went off on him. She was like, how dare you let Jamal marry that stupid-ass backup singer? Now we got to deal with her baby mama drama. And then, Lucious just, enough, Cookie. And then his ass just dropped. Then we see, damn, helicopter. If y'all heard that was a serious, unpredicted, unscheduled distraction. Damn, helicopter. I ain't doing this with you today. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So, let's get back into it. Lucious, we then see, is being put in an ambulance truck. Cookie and Anika are both by his side, and one of the, I think it's called, one of the paramedics, because I was trying to use the acronym that they use, but forget it. One of the paramedics was asking, who's going with him. Lucious looks at both of them, and really we can tell that he wanted to nod his head at Cookie, but he ended up nodding it at Anika, and I think it was to spare her feelings because, later down the line, I think he wanted to tell the whole family and not just Cookie by herself and then the rest of the family separate, his sons and Rhonda. So I think he probably did it to spare her feelings early on. So pretty much, next we see Michael pretty much is packing his shit and he is leaving Jamal. Now here's the thing. Michael, he was not really that strong because it's like, one of my subscribers, me and Ethan, we talk about all the characters, our theories on each character, this and that. It's like my thing is this with Michael. Like, I have nothing against his character, but it's just he's not a strong person as we can see. Because if he was really Jamal's ride or die, he would understand that in this industry, as me and my friend Adina was saying in the last review, you know, this industry makes you single. If you're in a long-term relationship before you get into the industry will make you then single, because I'm going to use the Nicki Minaj case. You have to have men who want to sleep with you, and you have to have women that want to be you. So, you know, and then on top of that, it's just like you have to be marketable, because in this industry, we're selling fantasy. Like, you know, think about it. We're selling fantasy. We are here to entertain. Like, are you not entertained? Like, we are here to entertain. So, you know, I get where Michael is coming from, being offended when he said that he doesn't have anybody special. It's just like, but you just don't understand what it's like to be an artist, a director, a producer, screenwriter, CEO, CFO, songwriter, whatever. You don't understand what that's like. And then, you know, of course, Jamal was like, oh, well, me and Olivia only slept together one time. And, of course, Michael told him it only takes one time, which is true, because then it goes back to thinking, well, damn, Jamal, have you ever heard of a condom? Because if you and Olivia did sleep together, you know, y'all was 18, y'all was, you know, teenagers at the time, damn, you ain't think to wrap it up? I mean, hell, you wrap it up with Michael, but you ain't think to wrap it up with Olivia? I'm just saying. But anyway, so that's pretty much the end of that. Michael and Jamal, they are pretty much no longer together. And I think in the next episode, we see this cameraman who I want to say by his accent, he is either from Australia or England, and he's black. And I think that him and Jamal are probably going to end up being a couple or whatever. So, you know, hey, one door closes, another one surely will open. Anyway, moving in quickly, fast, and in a hurry. Also, a little side note, if you guys notice, I am wearing green, and according to my calendar, my witchcraft calendar, anyway, according to my witchcraft calendar, you know, each day you're supposed to wear a different color, and today's color is green. Green stands for money, growth, and fertility. So that's why I'm wearing green. I got a green shirt, green tank top, and green pajama pants, green flip-flops. Hey, all I'm missing is some green socks. But anyway, so yeah, also y'all, just as a side note, I am a little sore right here on my right shoulder. I think I slept too hard on my shoulder the night before last, and I've just been sore since yesterday night, and it was feeling better today, but it's the soreness, like the pain is still lingering around, so it started to come back. So if y'all see me doing this, y'all will know why. Anyway, getting back into it. Rhonda is having dinner with the investor, Terry, and Andre, he comes in and he's basically, you know, covering for his father, which he always does, and tells him that, you know, he was on his way back from Boston when his jet had caught on fire, and, you know, he couldn't make the meeting. He's so sorry, but actually Lucious is in pain at the hospital. So, you know, he pretty much, with the little strength he has, he talks to the investor and lets him know this and that, woo, 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 blah, blah, blah. Camilla and Hakeem are having dinner at his place, and Camilla was like, what's a bae? Because, like, Hakeem was like, oh, I said all this stuff for you, bae. She was like, bae? What's a bae? That's how you know she is, like, you know, not really hip to the lingo and the terms and slang that we use today. You can tell that she's, like, it's just like she's out of touch in a sense. But anyway, he gives her this gift, which is a necklace with his name on it, which shows that he is very self-absorbed and selfish, because if he really liked her and if he really was down with her like that, he would have gave her a necklace with her name on it, not a necklace with his name, like, oh, when you look at that in the mirror, that'll remind you of me. Like, you do realize she's in her 40s, you are 18, 19, probably 20, 21. Child, she don't have time for this little trinket shit. Just to be honest with you, she ain't got time for this little trinket shit. So anyway, she was upset and she stormed off and left. And she, you know, he calms her down and he pretty much tells her that he sorry about that. He calms her down and promises her that at his next performance that him and her will, you know, be seen in public. And he said that he couldn't bring her to the IPO thing as a date because of, you know, it's the IPO thing, the investors, you know, the look, it wouldn't really look right, this, that, and the other. So he promises her the next performance after this one, they will be seen together in public. The doctor comes in and lets Lucious know that Dr. Mason has pretty much got his license revoked, and that the same medication he gave to Lucious he gave to another patient, that patient died, and that pretty much he has been poisoned. And so Lucious, of course, wasn't trying to hear that, because also with this poison, it has caused his liver to fail. And, Cookie is denied access when she wants to go in, and so she sees him from the window, with her hand on the window, and sees that he's in such pain, and she can just do nothing but stand there and just, well, damn, So next we see Andre, Anika, and a team of people meet with Empire's sports management. And it's a meeting with Lucious, who was on the phone at home sick in bed. Pretty much Andre sees it as, let's put the focus of Empire on sports in terms of like the IPO and the investors, blah, blah, blah. Lucious shuts that down right away and lets him know, no. Empire begins and it ends with music. So, no. If it ain't music, no. He's not trying to hear that. And it's like with Andre, you should understand that your father is more about the music. He's about music and business, but he knows that with Empire, what they're trying to sell here is music. The whole sports management shit, they not trying to aim for that. This is about music. So because Andre got it, he was feeling a little butthurt, and his feelings were hurt by that. So anyway, Lucious asks Anika for the lineup for the investor showcase. She tells him that they got a whole bunch of people performing at the pre-show, and then they got Jamal and Hakeem who are going to perform at the main stage. He said no, he would rather prefer Elle Dallas to perform, because she was the only other platinum artist after him that, was with Empire since day one, and he wants to set like a sentimental type of vibe with the investors. And so he pretty much tells that she should go first before his sons. Jamal and Hakeem are then at rehearsal, and they pretty much get into a little heated argument because they keep bumping into each other, basically having a divas moment. And Cookie just yells at them and tells them to sum up what Cookie said, she just told them to get their shit together, because the fact that they didn't even know, Hakeem and Jamal didn't even know that their father had collapsed or whatever. Nobody had bothered to tell them because they didn't want that to mess with their hair while they were rehearsing and for the performance. So she just told them to get their shit together, because their father has worked his ass off for this very day. And, get your shit together. And so Lucious was there, and he pretty much told Hakeem to listen to his mother, like he'd been telling him over and over again. And, pretty much he then tells Cookie that it was food poisoning, but she don't believe that. And then he made a remark of, oh, that was, really some nice choice words you said to the boys. She let him know this. They were coming in between my money, and I don't play that shit. So, go ahead, don't even, I ain't even finna fake the funk with you. They got in my way. Fuck all that shit. They getting away in between my money. So next we see Becky, Miss Gabourey Sidibe. She is not fired, y'all. That was just a silly little rumor that some people spread about her getting fired because of her weight. Gabourey Sidibe is still here slaying these TV screens while you haters are at home doing nothing with your lives. Y'all should probably just kill yourselves. Anyway, shouts out to them damn haters. Y'all should go ahead, jump off a cliff or something. Go play in traffic for you damn haters. Anyway, Becky is trying to get on the elevator. The elevator is stuck on the 17th floor. In comes Malcolm Duveau, which is played by Derek Luke. Malcolm is the new head of security. She asks him in a little bit of a flirty manner to come and help her with the elevator. He helps her with the elevator, and then to their surprise, Lola from the previous episode, Jamal's supposed daughter, is on the elevator because Olivia left her there, and Lola lost her mommy. So, next we see that Malcolm is talking to Cookie, Lucious, and Hakeem and Jamal, and he was letting them know about the whole situation, how Lola, they found her at the building. Becky is taking care of her. They don't know where Olivia is. They looked all over the building for her. It's just crazy. Jamal, he leaves because he's just really stressed out and losing his mind over this whole ordeal. Cookie again blames Lucious for this, and she just walks off on him, and he's like, how is this my fault? Lucious, you know damn well how this is your fault. Anyway, moving quickly and in a hurry. Let's see, what else happens? Oh, yeah. So, Cookie and Portia and a band and some backup singers are looking around and waiting for Elle Dallas, of course, because she's nowhere to be found. Portia makes the remark saying that this is exactly what Anika wants. She wants you to look like a fool in front of Lucious and all those investors. And Cookie just tells her she was like, did I ask for your opinion? And then there we can kind of see that Portia, you know, maybe she might end up siding ways and going to work with Anika. I would hope that's not the case, but we only got 4 episodes left, which is pretty sad because on a side note, it just seemed like only yesterday we started with Empire and we only got 4 episodes left. God damn. But then again, you got to remember, y'all, this is the first season. So, you know, with any show, especially nowadays, with the first season, the networks usually only allow a certain amount of episodes because if the show, they don't, you know, if it's going to be a hit or miss type of thing, so they only allow a certain amount of episodes. So if you do the math, we are on episode 7, add 4, we got 11 episodes total. 7-11. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much we got 4 episodes left. I can't believe it, man. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. It's so hard. So hard. I couldn't say it without a straight, I couldn't say it with a straight face. But it's so hard to say goodbye. Anyway, let me not give y'all them struggle vocals. Y'all don't need to hear that shit. Anyway, Dallas ends up showing up, and then, yeah, what happens? Yeah, Dallas ends up showing up, and pretty much she made the remark that her being around Empire for so long, she has been on CP time. Color people time, as Portia tells the guitarist. And, you know, Elle performs, she rehearses, and she killed it. She's really cleaned up her act since the last episode. She killed the rehearsal. Michael, he walks up behind Cookie during the whole rehearsal, and you know they look at each other for a second, and you could just tell that either they're gonna knock it off pretty soon, even though later down the line, before Lucious tells the family about his whole ordeal, Malcolm and Cookie were talking, and Cookie was like, oh, well, could we beef up security at my place because I live alone? And she kind of gave him that look, and Malcolm gave her that look, and Lucious just looked at him like, nigga, what? Like, nigga, I hired you. You know that, right? Like, and you know, I don't really like saying the N-word too much, but in the context of this, fuck that. Anyway, he just looked at him like, nigga, what? I'm the one who hired you. Don't forget. He just gave him that look like, nigga, I will smack you 7 ways to Sunday in this bitch. Then I will have my sons, all 3 of them, jump your ass and throw your ass out this bitch. He just gave him that look like, you don't want these hands. All 4 people, you don't want these hands. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much, I could just tell something about Malcolm and Cookie might happen. There was also another theory going on. This was on Justin J's channel because he did a review of the episode too. Justin J 1232. It was a theory going around that Malcolm might actually be working for one of Lucious's enemies, and you know, because people felt like a sinister type of vibe off of him. Listen, I would not be surprised because, as I said in my Empire Theory video, which is on my channel, you know, everybody in the show outside of the Lyons family has a motive. So you have to look at everybody you have to give them a sort of side-eye view. Anyway, Jamal and Lucious talk. Later we see Jamal and Lucious talking. And this is, you know, after he had left or whatever and cleared his head. And pretty much he lets him know that Michael left. Lucious just flat out tell him that I'm not sorry that he left. You know, pretty much like nothing against him, but I ain't sorry that he left. And this is kind of the one time that we see almost like Michael and we see Lucious and Jamal almost trying to rekindle and try to fix their broken father-son relationship. So pretty much, you know, he just tells Jamal he needs to stop being so dramatic and that he should thank Becky for watching his supposed daughter Lola. And he just, you know, he says that he's sorry that Jamal is sad. He hates to see his son sad. You know, he hates to see any of them sad or whatever. And he just lets him know that one day he will find somebody who understands what it's like to be an artist, to be with an artist. And see, that relates to what I was saying in my theories video and in my video with my friend Adina. The thing is, it's nothing against Michael, but it's just he doesn't understand what it's like to be with an artist. He doesn't understand what it's like to be in the industry. Yeah, Jamal is in love with his music or whatever, But this is damn near all the fuck he has. Like, without his music, it's kind of like he's nothing. Like, you know, he comes from a talented family. You know, it's just the music, the talent flows through his veins. You know, this is his blood, sweat, and tears. Like, and Michael, for Michael not to understand that, it's like, it almost makes it seem like Michael was, I don't know. Well, you know what? Michael wasn't there for the fancy loft and the glamour that comes with the life. No, he wasn't there for that. But nigga, please. Anyway, but sorry about that distraction, y'all. Anyway, it's just like, you know, for if Michael were a true ride or die, he would understand what it's like to, you know, through thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would understand what Jamal is going through. He's about to blow up. He has a single on the radio. Like I said, he got hits for days. Jamal got hits for days. Like, he's coming up with more, like, happier songs, more like songs, you know, that he still puts his heart into. So it's like, for you not to understand that he is about to take off and that you are going to have to, unfortunately, play the back seat and not the passenger seat, you need to carry your ass on some fucking well. That's just that. You need to carry your ass on to the fucking next one. Because trust me, Jamal can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in the next episode. I'm just saying. You must not know about him. I'm just fucking saying. You must not know about him. He can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in the next episode if you didn't get it. Anyway, move in quickly and in a hurry. So pretty much, he also had asked him, you know, does he think that Lola really is his daughter? Because even Lucious is just like, well, damn, like, is she your daughter? Because, I mean, you just never know. Because again, this is the industry, the entertainment industry, specifically the music side, and it's like, you know, once you start getting a little clout, motherfuckers is gonna start swimming around you like some fucking loan sharks. So again, they should get a DNA test or something. Because I would hate for the entire family to find out that Lola is not his. I would hate for that to happen. Because then it's like, damn, we all just got played. No, but here's the thing, we all just got played, you know, as a family. But then on top of that, none of y'all decided, hey, let's get a DNA test. So we all just got played for our money, like the fuck, because if Olivia ends up filing for some type of child support, they are fucked. I mean, shit, Lucious might have to come out his pocket. Shit, might have to, you know, set up a fundraiser, some Krispy Kreme fundraiser for her, some type of Krispy Kreme Foundation fundraiser or something, a trust fund, you know, for the little girl, because again, get a DNA test, because that's how motherfuckers be getting caught out here in these streets. I know about these chickens. And I know about these chickens, trust me. I've seen it one too many times. Not personally in my family, but I've seen it one too many fucking times. I know about these chickens. Let's go ahead and get into it. Anyway, the showcase starts. Pretty much Jamal and Hakeem perform outside as the investors and performers are all coming and arriving. Becky and Lucious are speaking to different investors one by one. She's reading off of her phone the different investors that they should really meet with and talk to. And, you know, just like she's just giving some highlights of certain people. Elle and Cookie are sitting down talking. Cookie leaves her to go talk to her sons. Then in comes Anika snake ass while Elle Dallas gets up to take a selfie with a fellow fan. Anika puts something in her drink, in her green tea. Malcolm, I think that, and this is something else that people were talking about on Justin's channel as well, I think that Malcolm, when they show that scene of him looking very closely, I think he noticed something, but he didn't, I'm sorry y'all, to get a little shaky. Anyway, I think he noticed that, but he didn't do or say anything, which sucks, but I think maybe he may be waiting to do that later down the line. Also, think about it, there's security cameras in the club, so I'm sure that one of those cameras caught that shit. So anyway, you know, Andre and Hakeem, they were chatting for a little bit. Hakeem sees Camille, and then, you know, he's like, all right, peace, Andre, I'll talk to you later. He goes to get ready for his performance with Jamal. Next we see Lucious meets Camilla, and she speaks very highly of Hakeem, and, you know, pretty much, hey, it is what it is. Behind Camilla, we see Malcolm giving Lucious the head nod, and at first you would think that, oh, he's about to tell Lucious about what happened with Anika slipping something into her drink, but, you know, he clearly didn't. So I think he was just getting him ready to go backstage so they can all get ready to watch the performance. So pretty much Elle Dallas is high off her ass. She is on cloud 900, 9,000, 900,000, 9 million, 900 million. She's off cloud 9 to the infinity. She is done. Done. She is done. So, you know, Cookie is so pissed because this was like her comeback in a sense. Aside from Tiana and Jamal, this is like a fucking comeback, working with somebody who she's admired, you know, and she was just pissed. And it wasn't Elle's fault because she didn't fucking notice somebody put something in a drink. And what's also fucked up is none of the people around that little area where Elle and Anika were, nobody fucking noticed. But then again, I think Malcolm noticed, but he's probably waiting until later down the line, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, Hakeem and Jamal, they were getting ready to perform. They had gotten into a little argument backstage. But, you know, of course, their parents clear that shit up. And they just, you know, they let them know that they need to get their shit together. And pretty much they do. They shake hands and pretty much they put their bullshit to the side. And they squash their little petty beef. Because at the end of the day, as brothers, they all they got. And they go on stage and they kill the performance. They did the damn thing. It was crazy. It's amazing that those girls were able to see with that shit on their head. But then again, they probably, you know, they could probably see clear enough through the front part. I would hope so. But the choreography was cute for what it was. But yeah, Hakeem and Jamal, they got on stage and they killed it. Like, whew, they did the damn thing. Shout out to y'all. So anyway, while watching the performance, Lucious loses his voice, and as Hakeem and Jamal's performance wraps up, he lets Cookie know that he lost his voice. He later lets Andre, Vernon, and Cookie and Anika know that he lost his voice and he can't talk. Somebody has to go out there and give the speech. So of course he says he needs somebody that's going to, you know, going to give a speech that comes from the heart, not that shit that was on the teleprompter. And he tells Cookie that I want you to do it. And she was shocked at first. And of course Anika got the egg look on her face. And you know, Cookie goes out there and she does it. And she gives the speech and she kills it. Of course, she was like, I ain't finna read off that teleprompter. Of course, Anika and Andre behind the scenes, they were a little pissed that she wasn't reading off the thing. But it's like, listen, she is not a robot like you two hoes. She is a human being and she's going to talk from the heart. Yes, she did slander Lucious, but on top of that, she brought his ass up at the same time in that speech. And she got it to where those investors were cheering like they finna open their fucking pocketbooks. And that's what the fuck you supposed to do to get this money out here. Because again, we know about these chickens, so let's not even fucking bother. Anyway, Lucious finally then tells the family after Anika goes off to get ready for her flight to Chicago for some artist and some contract. Lucious and Cookie, they were talking outside the club, and she just asked him, for real, are you gonna finally tell me what's going on with you? He tells her, yeah. Lucious gets the family together, and after getting Juanita the maid to take Lola upstairs, he lets the family know he has ALS. Andre is so focused on the IPO, he is so upset and goes into a fit, like like clapping his hands and shit, like, you know, shit, like motherfucker. Listen, Andre was all upset, like he was fucking waiting to exhale, like 7:42. Oh boy, no, this is like waiting to exhale or some shit. Anyway, pretty much Hakeem and him get into a little fight, a little scuffle, because, you know, Hakeem, for once, he dropped his selfish bullshit and he was like, wait a minute, this our father we talking about, and you worried about some damn IPO? He was like, I should knock your ass out. He pushed him and they was finna fight and stuff, and Andre was like, I'll kick your ass, da 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 da. And Jamal just, you know, tells him, sit down. Lucious tells Hakeem that, you know, he should be upset about the whole IPO thing, because, you know, this could cost them the IPO thing if those people find out Lucious is sick and dying, and if he hasn't picked somebody to take over before he bites the bullet, which I don't see it happening no time soon. I want to put this out in the universe. I could at least see us getting 3 more seasons, because we got season 2 already renewed. Maybe season 3, season 4. I could see at least 3 more seasons total, you know, to if they could stretch this thing long enough. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he pretty much, Rhonda tries to calm him down, and he goes the fuck off on her, and she is just so emotional, distraught, because this is the first time he snapped on her, and she just found out that her father-in-law is dying. But you kind of, at this 1 second, you kind of feel sorry for Rhonda, but then you just like, listen, you a snake, and we all know it, but, you know, we'll have sympathy for you this one time, just this one time. But anyway, later, after that, we see Andre in the shower. He got the water running on him, like he trying to damn near kill himself, like he is just out of it. He found out his father is sick. The IPO and all the shit that he's worked his ass off for is pretty much about to be snatched away. Rhonda gets in there with him, and she's like, Andre, wake up, wake up. She smacks his ass, and she's like, we're going to get through this. You're going to get everything that you wanted. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Jamal and Hakeem, they had left after, and Hakeem, Jamal, and Lucious had like a coming together moment as father and sons. And, they just all, had a little circle, or, a hug, just because they, it's just like, damn, you found out that your father is about to die. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, a side note before I get to the rest of it, I really wonder how this is going to change the dynamic of the show. Because now that the family knows of his illness, my thing is, will Jamal and Lucious, fix their broken father-son relationship before it's too late? Will Hakeem change his selfish ways? It's just, how will this change the dynamic of the show? Because now the family is aware of their father's illness. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get to that, later down the line, of course, in the episodes. So, Cookie and Lucious are there at the house, downstairs, listening to one of Lucious's old songs. And, he said he wrote that song about her, and that he said the song was about her, of course. And they get up and they, have a little slow dance moment. They put down the wine glasses. They have a little slow dance moment, and they have an intimate kiss, and they get it on. And child, listen, they had some great makeup. That was like, I ain't seen you in 17 years makeup sex. That was pretty much, they had great sex. Like, they just got it in. Fuck all the dumb shit. And then, of course, Anika comes back in, and she, sees them in the act. She doesn't do anything. She just stands there in shock. And, damn, it goes off. It shows us the preview for the next episode, the one where they're, like, dressed in all white, and they're at, I think that they might be at Club Leviticus. They might be at another club. And then we got some more guest stars coming. We got, of course, Snoop, D-O-double-G. We got Jennifer Hudson. We got Mary J. Blige. We got quite a few things in store, and I'm just excited. And that's pretty much it for the interview. I mean, not the interview, oh God. That's pretty much it for the review of Empire. This is Prince Onyx. Follow me on Instagram, Prince of the Go. Follow me on Vine, Prince Onyx, in parentheses, P.O. close parentheses. Follow me on Twitter at BlackOnyx1. Like my Facebook page, Prince Onyx. I'm trying to see. Follow me on Tumblr, Black01. That's BLACKO1. Shit. Hell, follow me on Google Plus, Prince Onyx. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed your snacks. And yeah, stay tuned for more exciting things involving Empire. And for those of my new subscribers, I thank you so much for joining me on this journey that is Prince Onyx. And this is me signing off. Oh, as a little side note, so with the whole short film that I'm trying to put together for this year, I found out while emailing this producer back and forth, I found out that I cannot, unfortunately, here's the thing, here's the breakdown. If I want to submit this short film to film festivals, I cannot put the short film on YouTube like I originally planned to do, because then it will kind of be like, I guess, a waste of time trying to put it in a film festival if people have already seen it. So I can only have like a private screening, here in Chicago. And, so it's sad that I can't put it on YouTube for you guys. But listen, whatever happens, if after we get it into some film festivals, then maybe I can put it on YouTube for you guys. But if not, I mean, I'm hoping that I can later down the line. But just know that the short film is still, I'm still working towards that. So you know, never fear. The short film is going to be here, hopefully, you know, later down the line. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Unfortunately, I cannot put the short film on YouTube if I want to get it into film festivals, because I guess, you know, it wouldn't make sense to have it in film festivals if people have already seen it, because the internet is worldwide, so why bother? So you know, it sucks, but you know, them's the breaks of this entertainment industry. But anyway, another story for another day. See you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope you guys had a good day, stayed safe, stayed warm. This is Prince Onyx signing off.